friends and spiritual seekers. So this video is going to be about infusing magic into your skincare routine. Now, for ease of recording this video, I'm doing my nighttime routine first, which is going to be taking off my makeup and all that kind of jazz. And then the second part of this video is going to be my morning routine. Now, this is something that, again, I see every so often online about infusing magic into like doing your makeup. I've seen that a couple times, but not specifically your skincare routine, which, yes, you can kind of use glamour, and I mean a lot of people do, when applying your makeup. But in my opinion, it's more powerful and easier, and you are already doing your face, you're already doing your routine, so you have the time to infuse magic into your skincare routine. You can also apply layers of magic just like you apply layers of product when you're doing your routines. So my bathroom is actually really small, so I'm going to try the best I can to record this. But first thing we need to do is remove all of my makeup. I'm also not going to recommend any specific products. I'm just going to say generally what it is, because everybody's skin is different, and obviously use the products that work best for you. You also don't have to use the products that I do. Like if I use 5 different things, if you only use 1 or 2 things, that's cool. It's just if you're using those in your routine, then try to infuse some magic into it. So first thing I'm going to do is take off my makeup. This is actually the only time I'm going to recommend a product. And this is the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Makeup Melting Cleansing Balm. This works so effing good for taking your makeup off. That's why it's the only reason I'm recommending it, because it's supposed to be for like all skin types. And because I have a ton of makeup on, I'm just gonna apply a crap ton of this. I'm probably gonna end up having to do this twice. So as I am applying this to melt my makeup away, what I'm infusing into this is the power of stripping down. This is about breaking down walls, because what is makeup if not putting on a face, a facade, a mask, etc. So we're wanting to break down those walls, because the only way for me to make good effect as far as cleansing and protection and whatever when I do the next few steps is to break down those walls and those barriers that I put up consciously to protect myself and stuff like that during the day, but I can't work on the inside if I can't get to it. Look at that, my makeup's melted. I don't even have to do it twice. Seriously, this stuff is so freaking good. Anyway, I'm gonna rinse this off, and I'm just gonna use a wipe for my lips. I just don't like putting that balm on my mouth because I don't like eating it. It's just one of those things that I just like using a wipe. Also, this is discoloration from that. See if my cleanser can take it off. Next step is the cleanser, and just like the name says, we're doing cleansing. This is going to be cleansing all the BS of the day. Any negativity that was sent to me today or I ran into inadvertently, I am cleansing it away, not only from my face, but from my spirit, from my soul, from my being, from my house. Any space that maybe was feeling a little bit off today, I am cleansing it away. And rinse, and anytime you rinse, you're also doing cleansing. Washing with running water is also very cleansing to the soul. Now, if I was going to exfoliate, this is when I personally do it. This is not an exfoliation day for me, so I'm just going to move on to my toner. But if I am exfoliating, this is another step of like breaking down and getting rid of the old, because that's what exfoliation does. It's all based off of what you want the products to do. Not only am I infusing magic into the product to do what I want it to do, but also to do what it does on a spiritual level as well. So an exfoliant is another way to kind of strip away the old, and you can also thank your previous protections and stuff like that for serving you and doing its purpose, but it's time to go. You're gonna let the old go. So I'm putting on my toner, and I like using these reusable cotton pad things. I started using them a few months ago, and I'm just like in love with them. So my toner is what I'm going to be infusing into it is evenness. What I want out of my toner is creating even balance of my skin, and hence even balancing in my life. This is going to be adding some balance into our lives. Next that I use is a serum, and I use quite a thick serum at night. You'll see the one I use in the morning is not the same. And so my serum is going to be soothing and calming, because that's what my serum is. It's very nice. I love it. Very soothing and calming. So any kind of upset or annoyances or anything that kind of pissed me off during the day, I'm going to bring those into my foremind and into my consciousness, and I'm just going to be soothing them away and massaging them away with my serum, and feel how nice and smooth it is after, and how calm everything is. This is also great if you're doing this right before you go to bed. The next step I'm doing is my eye cream, and I'm just going to use the camera monitor here. And in my eye cream, I mean, what I want it to do is smooth out my wrinkles. But what I want it to do spiritually is open up my eyes. We always talk about opening your third eye and, you know, seeing beyond and seeing, you know, what's not in the obvious. Well, if you want your third eye to truly open, you need to see what's right in front of you. You need to be observant. You need to be fully aware of real life and what's going on around you in real life before you can see what's beyond that. We can be very blind sometimes, and I mean, part of our culture is being blind to what's obviously in front of us, but we need to open our physical eyes before we can open our spiritual eye. And the last part of my nighttime routine is my cream. So my cream is, again, anti-wrinkle and moisturizing. I have very dehydrated skin. This is why I have like thick serums and thick creams at night. But what this is doing is not only healing, but also protecting. This thick ass cream is going to protect my skin during the night. And this is going to add protection just into my spiritual self. So I'm just going to be infusing protection, restoration, beauty, plumpness. This is what I want this hydrating cream to do for me. I want it to plump up my skin, make my wrinkles go away or not appear. I know some of you are going to be arguing that I don't have wrinkles, but if you look really close, especially my forehead. But this is what I want it to do. I want it to plump. I want it to protect. And I'm just going to also do this bit of a massage here to add to the calming that I infused into my serum, and just kind of get myself ready to go to bed and get rid of the day. I cleansed away all the bullshit. I put on a new protection for the night. And yeah, this is the end of my personal routine. If you have less, awesome. If you have more steps that you do at night, that's okay. Really, you just want to base it off of your product. That's what I do, is whatever the product is or what you want the product to do, just infuse that and also use it for a spiritual purpose as well. The last thing I would do before I went to bed, as far as my like nighttime routine, is brush my teeth. And this is a funny one, because when I brush my teeth, not only am I cleansing, so it's a cleansing process, but I'm also trying to wash the shit out of my mouth. And what I mean by that is any kind of like gossip or lies or deceit or anything like that that might have came out of my mouth or is on the verge of coming out of my mouth. I want to just cleanse that out. It's definitely a skill that takes time, especially if you're a woman in this society, or, you know, a female. It's a very vicious, bitchy culture, not only in real life, but online as well. And this is just a way for myself to consciously just kind of like cleanse it out, because there's no way, no amount of shadow work will make me not think about doing it or think about that stuff. That stuff's still gonna pop up into my mind, but it's just a conscious way to kind of reinforce that I just want to cleanse that out of my mouth and not do it as much as I can control myself to. So that's it for the nighttime routine, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. So I had a shower this morning, so I did my cleansing in the shower. And the cleansing that you would do differently in the morning than you do like before you go to bed is what's happening during the night is your subconscious is the most active. This is when it tries to talk to us the most, is during our dreams, and also our connection to the outside energies is the most open because we're not conscious, we have no conscious barriers up, and at night that's our subconscious's playtime, so it's the most active. So what I kind of try to cleanse away in the morning is anything that's kind of connected me, anything negative that my subconscious has been, you know, trying to manifest, or anything like that. So next I'm gonna put on my morning toner, and my morning toner is different because my toner that I use before I go to bed is more of like a cleansing toner, more of like a even skin tone type toner. The one I use in the morning is a brightening toner. So how I add Magick to this toner is brightening, exactly that. I want to brighten my mood. I want to brighten my outlook for the day. Not only do I want to brighten my skin, obviously, but I just want to brighten my outlook for the day. This also smells like roses, so I mean, that smells really good, obviously. Next is my serum, and my day serum is a lot lighter than the one I use at night. And this one is also for hydration, but also brightening. So again, we're just going to be adding that brightening outlook. It's right in the morning. We haven't done much yet other than getting our coffee. So we just want to brighten our outlook. Even if we know that like shitty things is happening today, maybe I'm just going to work for the day. So I mean, not necessarily overly excited about that. But you just don't want to brighten up your outlook because you never really know what that could bring to you. Even if going into it, the situation may look not as desirable, or the day might not look as desirable. But if you just add that bit of brightening in the morning, you never know what could come to you. Next is my eye cream, or my eye serum, whatever. This is the same one. I mean, eye cream's expensive, so I only got the one. But the same kind of thing I'm going to use in the morning is using that, opening up my physical eyes, opening up my third eye. And this is probably more important in the morning because you're going into your day, so you want your eyes to be open, obviously, going into the day versus going into the night. But I use kind of the same thing when I'm doing my eyes. Next is my day cream, and my day cream has SPF in it. So this is our big protection shield that we're going to put on for the day. Not only protecting from the sun, protecting from the elements, but this is going to be our big protection shield for the day, for anything that could be coming our way, either from other people or just from the energies in the air. I'm an empath, so sometimes it's just not necessarily people I'm interacting with, but just people I'm just around, or energies of locations, or energies from different things that are just around in the environment I can kind of get hit with sometimes. So this is going to be our big protection shield for the day. So that's really it. My skincare routine is pretty simple. So I mean, one, I ain't got the time or the money to be going into like 30-step skincare routines. The only extra thing is if I was going to put on makeup today, I would put on my primer, and that would be another protection type of shield for me. I primarily use primer. So yeah, primer helps your makeup like look better, but for me, I use it more as a protection for my face because my face is so sensitive and I'm so acne prone that I really use primer to try to like keep another barrier from my skin to the makeup. So that, because that's the way that I use the primer, I use it as another kind of protection shield. And then if you're using your makeup, then you can obviously add glamour into that as well if you feel so inclined. Yeah, so anyway, this is just an example of how you can integrate Magick into your day-to-day routines. It doesn't have to be something that takes a lot of time or setup. And now I'm going to go get my second coffee and put a little Magick in that. So I hope you guys enjoy your day, night, wherever you are in your day right now. And I hope you learned at least one thing, and I'll see you in the next one.